Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. Actually, before we get into today's video, I did just want to say that I am so happy to finally be back posting and creating content. So I did take a 2-week, almost 3 weeks break from YouTube because I felt so behind on posting my other pictures, and it got to the point where I felt so behind because I was still creating content, so it would just put me back further, and I didn't want to spam over on Instagram. So yeah, I just wanted to take some time to go ahead and upload all of my other pictures to Instagram, post all of my reels, and I just wanted to basically do a reset, get organized. And yeah, that is why I haven't really been posting on YouTube like that. But I did post 3 videos last week, but those videos were already done, already saved, and already uploaded to YouTube when I did decide to take the break. So those videos were just sitting there waiting to be made public. And this is actually my first video, my first voiceover since I did take my break, and I'm just so excited to finally be back recording fresh content. I've been seeing a lot of fall designs everywhere, so I cannot wait to dive into those designs and also the Halloween designs. So jumping right into the video, as you guys saw, I did unbox some acrylics from Glam And Glits. I will be getting into that later, but before it passes, I also wanted to take the opportunity to show you guys over here the new acrylic brush from Kiara. So they launched recently a new black acrylic brush, and I'm all for my pinks and everything, but I just feel like this black one is so stunning. It's so gorgeous. It has that same crystal cut handle, the same 100% Kolinsky brushes, and it's also available in all of the other sizes. The originals are 10, 12, 14, or 16, or however large they go. So not only do they have the clear one, which is the original, they also have a pink one, which I really love and is really cute as well. And now I have the black one, which I think is now my new favorite. So I'll leave that down below if you guys want to check it out. But now getting into the acrylics. So I have a few acrylics from Glam And Glits, but Kiara actually reached out to me and sent these over. At first, I was kind of confused as to why they are sending me these acrylics, but when I got the email, they kind of mentioned that it was a sisterhood brand, like a secondary brand to them. So I'm gonna guess it's kind of like how the Your Nail Lab boxes are with Makartt. Comes from the same brand, but is sold as like separately, if that makes any sense. So I did go ahead and swatch all of these. I did record the swatches, but when I went to edit, it was just too long. I wanted this video to be a very fast-paced video, so I'm just going to be showing you guys the names and then also what it looks like in the jar and then the swatch. I think all of these are just super gorgeous. And I do have a lot of pinks, a lot of glitters, and that's just because when they did reach out to me, they asked what I would like. And keep in mind, this was before like September hit, so I was supposed to use these like a really long time ago, but when I took my break, it pushed me back almost 3 weeks. So yeah, I do have a lot of pinks, not really fitting the fall vibe, but I do like these, and trust me, I will find time to use them. But since it is getting over into like the fall vibes, I'm not going to use any of the glitters, just because I did some kawaii nail sets, and I kind of think I just want to step away from all of the glitters and like those types of designs. So I'm just going to do something really cute, simple, and fall vibes. I will try to have these acrylics linked below. If not all of them, I will just put the names of them and the link to the Glam And Glits website. I don't have a code for them, and of course these cannot be bought off the Kiara website, so yeah, I'll leave that link down below. And yeah, that's that. So now I'm gonna jump into some nail prep. So I left a little bit in just because I felt like this was gonna be so nice to watch. I haven't done my nails for about 3 weeks, and as you can see, I have a lot of cuticle on my nail. There's a lot being pushed back, and I just feel like it is so much more satisfying than when I prep and I did my nails just like 2 days before. So I did leave all of it in, but before this step, I did push back my cuticles, And now I'm taking this cuticle bit. I don't know what it's called, but I think this is from Too Cute Nail Supplies. And I don't know why. I have mentioned this in another video, but whenever I go to link it, I can never find it on the website. So I will leave an alternative from Amazon or something. But yeah, I really love it. It gets up the cuticle, it removes it from the nail plate. It's just like a 2-in-1, and it is so helpful to save time. But once I finish, I did go ahead and take my cuticle nippers and just clip away that dead skin. And it was just so easy to see this time around because so much was lifted up. But my cuticle nippers are getting a little dull, and it always helps when you have a sharp pair. That way you don't have to work as much to get everything cut off. After the cuticle nippers, I'm going to take a cuticle ball bit and just work that around my skin. And this is going to remove and just polish up all of the little dead skin that I couldn't get with the cuticle nippers. I love doing that step. And then I'm just going to buff over my natural nails to remove all of that shine. This is going to be a step you never want to miss out on when you want your nails to last. And so I'm just quickly doing that with a buffer. And then I did go ahead and apply my peel off base and my nail tips, and this is what they are looking like. The nails I did use are from Too Cute Nail Supplies, which are their 3X coffin tips. And now we can finally jump into the acrylic application. So I did decide to use their cover. I believe this is the medium pink color, and I'm just going to go for something really simple. For my pinky, I'm just going to do a full coverage nail. One thing I do want to mention, like straight off the bat, is that these acrylics are such good quality. The bead polymerizes really nicely, and the texture, the consistency is just really smooth, so buttery. It reminds me of Kiara acrylics and also not polished, and those are my two favorite brands, like hands down. And yeah, I just really love these, especially the color, like the cover colors. They're so easy to blend, so easy to do ombres, and for my first time using these, like I'm just really blown away. However, I did feel like I was like just starting out because I haven't been doing nails in 3 weeks, and for some reason I just felt really rusty trying to do these acrylics. But once I got in my zone, it became easier. And then also another thing that played a factor into it is that when you are working with new acrylics, you do want to get the feel of how they work, because not all powders and monomer sets from different brands will be the same. So sometimes you have to add a little bit more monomer to a certain acrylic. That is why I recommend you guys using the paired monomer to go with it. And I didn't mention it, but I did unbox some monomer from Glam And Glits as well, which I am using with these acrylics. So I feel like that helped made it go by a lot easier. But yeah, like I said, once I got like back in my zone, it started getting a little bit better, my application. And at first I was just gonna do all of them the same and do some simple nail art on top. But I was just like, that is just too simple for me. I have to make these pop in another way. So I did go ahead and pull out my clear acrylic from Kiara Sky. Then I also have these little brown fall leaves. And I'm just going to be encapsulating them. At first, I was going to put them only on the tip, but I went ahead and put some clear acrylic at the top of my nail, just overall everything. And I saw this design that like really sticks out to me whenever I'm thinking of fall designs. It's like the leaves are kind of piled at the top, like where the nail bed is, and then they slowly start to like descend down the nail. It kind of reminds me of a pile of leaves falling, and I really love the illusion. Also, it does help kind of hide my natural nail underneath it. However, I wasn't really thinking about that when I was doing this part because I was gonna add something else to it, but it didn't end up working how I wanted it to. But in the end, it didn't show as much, so it's not really a big deal. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep putting some clear acrylic where I want them to stick if it does get too dry. And whenever I go to place them, I'm gonna do just a quick little encapsulation so I can allow it time to dry and then go in with my other nails. So there was the quick little encapsulation. Of course, I will go back and encapsulate the rest of them, but for the most part, I wanted to go ahead and get all of my base done. So I'm going to jump right back into this medium cover from Glam And Glits, and I'm going to be doing the next two nails a solid nail. I just cannot get over how easy these were to apply. Like right when I put it on the nail, it becomes immediately so smooth, so creamy, so buttery. These are definitely an acrylic I would recommend for you guys if you are having trouble doing ombres or just getting the basic nice application down. I feel like these would be a very good one to work with or try out. And also one thing I did want to mention is that you see for this second bead, I did try to make it a little bit thicker, and usually I just go in and build up the actual structure using the color acrylic, but for some acrylics it doesn't really work as well, and I didn't really have any problems because I can just go in and like shape it up with my files. Like that wasn't really giving me any problems, but for some reason it just clicked in me to just do this color as a base and encapsulate it later. So once I get towards the cuticle area of the nail, it's gonna be a little bit thinner, but don't worry, I will go back and encapsulate, build up the apex and everything like that. But yeah, I do love these acrylics. I think this is my favorite out of the colors. And like this time around, I did get a lot of glitters and pinks, which are not really in season anymore, but I am hoping to get more of like their fall colors or maybe some new ones for Christmas. Yeah, I did go ahead and finish up my middle finger, and since I did say I wanted this to be like fast paced, I did go ahead and skip most of my index, and you just see me finishing up sealing in the cuticle area. And then I'm gonna jump right into my thumb. So for my thumb, I do want to include some more of those leaves, but this time I thought, what if I just do it a little bit different? So I'm gonna be adding some of these brown glitters and these brown leaves at the tip of the nail, and then I'm gonna ombre some of that cover color down. And I do love how this one looked. If I could go back and change the other nail, I would definitely do it this way as well. But I just wanted to like add some browns in here because the design I had in mind for this cover color, it did look a little bit different once I start applying it. So that is what made me add in some brown. Yeah, I really did like this ombre a lot, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys watch this play out. And I really hope you guys are enjoying my first video back from my break. So once I ombre down this cover acrylic, I went back to my other leaf nail and I wanted to add some glitter because I really did love how it looked. But since I had already kind of did like a slight encapsulation, I just felt like the glitters would have been like too like close to, like, I don't know, it was just something weird about it, so I ended up wiping it off. But some of these smaller glitters were already dry into that acrylic, so I couldn't really wipe all of it off. But it didn't look too bad. It just looks like I encapsulated some smaller glitters. So from there, I went ahead and continued encapsulating. I did encapsulate all of my nails. I file shaped and buffed off camera, and this is what the nails are looking like. Now it's time to get into the nail art. So I do have a lot of browns here. I end up having to mix and match just to get the perfect colors I wanted. So for this one, I am going to do 2 Frenches on my index and pinky nail, which are going to be my plaid nails. For this nail art, I am kind of just going to let most of it just play out and let you guys watch, because my computer is going dead and I have to go somewhere in like an hour. So I'm just not going to try to take up too much time and just let you guys enjoy the nail art. But yeah, I am going to be doing some plaid nails on my 2 Frenches, and then I'll be adding some cute little pumpkins on my middle finger. So this plaid was a little bit tricky because I wanted my plaid to be brown, but then I thought maybe my French, like my actual French, had to be brown in order for it to be how I wanted it. But I was looking at some inspo over on Instagram and Pinterest, but I did decide to do the lighter French and the like scripts, like the actual plaid design, the darker brown, which I still think turned out really cute. I did like it a lot. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do my plaid design. I'll also be mixing another lighter brown to do like the other stripes. And by the way, the brush I'm using is the XL liner brush from Kiara Sky. I'm using a lot of different polishes, so I can't really remember where like the actual brands I'm using, but if I remember, I will try to link them down below. But remember, I did end up mixing and matching, so it's not gonna be like the actual color that comes in the bottle. But yeah, I'm using the Kiara Sky liner brush, which was really helpful to get those long straight lines, and it also helps to control like the line. If you only put a little bit on your brush, you don't want it to be like super filled, because the lines will get super bulky, especially if you want them to be very thin, how I'm trying to achieve here. I did cure for about 15 seconds after like each set, just in case I messed up. I wouldn't have to wipe away the entire line or like the entire thing. This is just me finishing off my plaid design. I went ahead and cured, and now I'm going to repeat that same thing over on my pinky nail. Once I did my French on my pinky, I did decide to take that same brown and just go around the smile line. I feel like it would just add a little bit more brown and make it look a little bit like uniform, just a little bit better to complete the plaid look. And now going to my favorite part. I think this was my favorite part of the entire design. I'm gonna be doing the little pumpkin design where it's like 3 different tones of brown pumpkins stacked on top of each other. I did see a picture over on Instagram that I got my inspiration from, so I'll plug it in right here so you guys can see. Yeah, this was so fun to do. I love the idea of the pumpkins. Even though I didn't want to jump straight into Halloween designs, I feel like pumpkins and plaid still give you like that fall vibe. And I don't know if it's just me, but flannels just screams autumn to me. It just feels so nice and cozy. But yeah, I did go ahead and cure on my first pumpkin outline, and then I'm gonna do a lighter shade for my second pumpkin, and then of course I'm gonna cure again and use an even lighter shade, and then I'm gonna outline everything and add on my pumpkin faces, which I'm just gonna let you guys go ahead and watch. Doing the faces was such a hard thing to do, especially when I got towards like these smaller ones, trying to do those really small lines without smudging it. So I did go ahead and do that off camera because I did need it a little bit closer to my face to even see it. So I went ahead and cured that. I did pull out my bling box that I got from Temu. This is my first time using it. When I was looking for like something else to add to this design, I feel like these were going to be perfect. I felt like these colors matched it very well. So I'm gonna go over all of my nails with the not polished matted top coat, and I'm gonna be curing in my rhinestones using that, and that is just how I'm gonna finish off today's design. For my thumb, I had no idea what I was going to do, but I just got the vibe of doing like an extra bling nail. It wasn't too extra. I feel like it was just right, just to kind of add some bling without just scattering it around like the tips of the nails or doing some simple cuticle bling. So I just went ahead and did something very random. And then once I finish, I'm gonna cure. Then I'm gonna add on some cuticle oil, and I'll be back to show you guys what the finished nails look like. After rubbing in the cuticle oil and curing my nails, this is what the finished nails look like, and I'm just so obsessed with these. I wasn't sure how they were gonna turn out, to be honest, because I did have a whole entire different design plan, but once I added the leaves, it just kind of came to me. And I just really love these. I feel like this was such a nice design to start my fall designs with. I love how the browns look. I feel like they complement my skin very well, and I just cannot wait to try more fall designs, encapsulating, just getting into that nail art. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will try to leave all of the items I use in today's video down below. Also, let me know what other designs you would love for me to do. Even with the Halloween designs, just let me know and I will try to put those out for you. And yeah, that concludes today's video. Let me know what you thought of today's set, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.